respected Bodhamaya Nandiji, Siddhakantaji, Muttigaru, all elders here. Of course, the judges who got a great role today, very busy doing their job. My namaskars to everybody. My best wishes to the future leaders, young students. I must say that I'm really very happy to be here this afternoon. I was told that the session is likely to go up to 12:30. You may come around 12 or half an hour. You can listen to the speakers. Then you can also interact with them and then call it a day. It went on for more than an hour, but it's very good. I enjoyed it. As it was said, it is not just a competition, it was more a presentation of thoughts, great ideas. I only wish you remember what you said today and try to follow what you have said, put them into practice as you grow, because this is what is very important. Let me tell you, the faith and the confidence that the India can be a better nation tomorrow, I have got by listening to you. I am very happy. You have given me the confidence today. First, I would like to say, we keep asking ourselves whether we are a nation. Again, in fact, whatever I want to say, most of them have been told by you, so I will not repeat. I just respond to what you said and some ideas that I have got today. An Indian living abroad, US, comes across a US citizen, Native American going to India for about a month's tour. So he tells them, okay, he does the India and goes to India and then goes back to US. This man asks, how is India? What do you like Indians? How are they? The man says, I have not seen an Indian. I have seen an Andhraite, I have seen a Punjabi, I have seen a Bengali, I have seen a Tamilian. So this is the problem today. We don't identify ourselves as Indians. In fact, the greatest problem, the greatest challenge that we have in front of us is to build a nation. If China is prospering well, if so many other countries are prospering well, I deliberately took the example of China, which is a comparable. I'm not comparing with a smaller country. If they are prospering well and India is still not doing well, it is because we don't get that feeling of the nationalism, the pride as Indian. We don't have that. But when I listen to young boys and girls, I was only thinking, do they only participate here and forget it? Or will they keep it in their mind? At least as one of the elocution speeches or the topics that they have presented some time back, as they grow and stick to the values, stick to the ideas that they have said. I wish to do it because that's something very, very necessary. Because winning a competition is okay, you get a prize and go ahead. But then if you can actually put it to practice, I'll be very happy. The second thing I felt today, though I was not, honestly I must say, I was never arrogant, but then I used to think that I know certain things, I never thought I am such a dumb fellow. But when I looked at all of you, I thought I am such a dumb fellow, I didn't know many things in life. I didn't know many things in the world. So there is another thing which enthused me, which felt me, felt good and bad, but good. If some of our judges were repeatedly talking about the technology and all. So the technology that is today available is, is enormous. But I always look at it in spite of whatever good that is there, the tools, as he said, the tools have spoiled us. We don't remember what is 12 into 18, we don't remember. We don't even immediately put 4 into 5, we don't put, or 14 into 5, we look at it and I have seen some children doing it 14 into 5, 4 into 5 is 20, then 5. See, 14 into 5 is 70. I mean, we don't even, some of the children don't remember today. That's because of, again, technology that, you don't remember phone numbers today. Please, I mean, the people of my age sitting here, if you ask yourself, how many of the phone numbers you remember today compared to what you remember 20 years back, or 10 years back? You just don't remember your own, brother's number or some, you have to see the phone or something, or an organizer, and then take it out. So that's the situation today. So technology has great advantages, but it is also causing us a lot of disadvantages. What I mean to say is our capacity to think and remember, the brain power perhaps is coming down, because it's always available to you, a tool is available to you, use, and then go ahead. However, I must say, that's also invented by leaders like you. Otherwise, we would have been satisfied with what we had and we would have progressed. Yeah, now I'll come back to a few points I'd like to share with you. I want to, what I thought before coming here. One important thing I would like to say is leadership. If anybody says, if people say that the Cyberabad police has done one of the biggest events of India, in a way, in the independent India, the COP11, that is a conference on biodiversity that concluded recently. We did it mainly because we did a lot of planning. We thought a lot of, contingencies that can come, that we may come across. So what I would like to say is a leader should have certain qualities. I'll come to it just a little later. But what I want to say before I go ahead further is that basically, why do we require leaders? I just straight away don't want to go to a theory or the qualities of a leader. Why do we require a leader? Whenever there's a group, whenever there's a situation, when there's a crisis, you require somebody who can perhaps take the people along and reach the goal. So that's the reason the human, the civilization, as it grew right from the Stone Age, there was leadership. Only thing is that time the leadership was slightly different. It is more with regard to the might, whoever is the strongest, because the requirement then was more of hunting, gathering food, and sharing with others. So that time used to be that. But later, as the society was evolving, the society has evolved into the families, the clans, the villages, the regions, the nations, like that. So then we required a different kind of a leader, and we required perhaps what is called an acceptability and a legal or a moral kind of a leader who is also acceptable, who will command that respect from the group that is leading. So that's how the things have come. See, if you look at perhaps the freedom struggle, what was required at the time was the leader at the time had a great desire, urge, a zeal, an enthusiasm to take us out from the stage of a secondary citizen to an independent India. Had we not had that kind of, had the leaders at the time, because actually I must say, the leaders at the time, again, things are changing. As I told you, primitive stage, Stone Age, leader was one thing. Perhaps at the time of maybe about 50, 100 years before when we got independence, and maybe for about 20, 30 years after independence also things were good in the sense the politician that was being seen as a villain among today and among the speeches today I heard was not a bad person at the time. And you were also talking about the corruption. I would like to touch these two things because these two things are very a little dicey, controversial, a little difficult to understand. Let me tell you again, either among politicians or among the bureaucracy, the public life, as many people are talking about the corruption in public life, perhaps plus or minus 10 years before independence, perhaps we had 95% of the people who are very honest among politicians, among public servants, and the leaders, as you call, because they were more of leaders at the time. A politician was more a leader at the time. A politician today is no more a leader, except that he takes care of his own small group which is running around him. But what I want to say is, about those days we had visionaries. We had the real leaders who had, that is the reason we were able to progress from that place, from that stage to an independent India. See, suppose we didn't have a person like, Motilal Nehru or Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Gandhiji, kind of a thing, thinking that, okay, this is enough for us, this kind of life is okay. That means there is no urge. We would have become, would have got our independence. So what I want to say is, a leader needs to have a desire, an urge, a drive, the fire in him, that this is what is required and we should work towards that. And a leader, even in a hierarchical system like police department, you are not accepted as a leader unless you have some knowledge, some skills, some competence of others. Just because we have, better badges and ranks on our shoulders, people are not going to accept it. Unless you have the personal competence, knowledge, you are not accepted. So what I want to say is, a leader needs to have this. A leader needs to, he should not be satisfied with, the situation that is there. He should think of, what is likely to happen, in what manner he can be able to take the entire group further. Which better place he'll be able to take the entire group further. So that's another thing which is highly, very, very important. In fact, again, when I was listening to, somebody asked a girl about, does accumulation of wealth and value system go together? I was just wondering, I was just thinking of that. I mean, the questions put by the judges are really difficult to answer, but they are able to, very nicely answered. Very, very nice questions. In fact, it was as a competition. It was more of an interaction and trying to, get the best out of the children. So I was sitting myself and thinking for each question, what will he or she say? What I want to say is, as I think the girl has rightly answered, it is still, he tried to put, no, they don't go together. Do you say that they don't go together? She said, no, they go together. So what I want to say is, see, the karma is as important as dharma, artha, and moksha. So that is what perhaps she didn't say it in such words, but then there's nothing wrong in karma. There's nothing wrong in, the urge for, the desire for moksha, the desire for artha, the desire for karma, the desire. But as long as you club it with the dharma, there's a value system. That is what is very important again for the leader. A leader should have a proper value system for himself, and he should ensure that the group follows the value system. Then only you will be able to get a real success. Otherwise, somehow getting the things, as again he was trying to prompt, so somehow making wealth kind of a thing, no. In fact, as I must say, what is wealth again? The question is this. And see, what is it we are running for? All of us are striving for. Somebody say, okay, most of us say we want happiness and peace in life. So somebody gets it by money, somebody gets it by drinking, somebody gets it by playing cards, somebody gets it by doing wrong things, somebody gets it in doing some good things. Somebody does business, following all value system and trying to improve the economy of the country, the national economy, following our value system. So this is what is very important. What we have to think about is, don't leave the value system, have your goals, set your goals, go ahead. What is very important is, you should have the proper value system, the character, the leader should have the character, otherwise followers are not going to follow him. So what I want to say to the young boys and girls who are the future leaders here is, have these things in your mind. Nothing is great, as somebody was saying, nothing is great. I mean, all of us, there's a leader in every one of us. But why is it that he is not able to come out of you? So have these things in your mind, inculcate these things as a habit, as I think somebody was saying, the thought, action, then habit, character, one after the other, one of these things follow. Right action, right thought, right action, then right habits, then good character, and then which will contribute to the national growth. That is what is very important. I would only say this, I would like to congratulate all the boys and girls who have done a great job, and I must actually compliment the way this entire thing was conducted. Very quietly, listening, and putting questions and trying to get the best out of the child, giving a moment of time whenever asked, and then so that she can think of and then give a better answer rather than straight away saying something. So I really enjoyed that entire thing. I would compliment each one of the participants in this hall, and I would especially congratulate all the boys and girls, the participants of this program, and I really enjoyed it, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you.